Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Hakan. Do our other Java introduction. So it is going to be again, we are starting the basic and it's going to be an advance. I want to talk about it a little bit about Java. So what is Java and what we are doing? So I can just say the Java is the most popular object-oriented development language. So it is primarily using, as you know, it is for backend, game, desktop, or mobile development. So what we know basically about the Java, it is I can say when you use Java or when you look at the Java, or search the Java, you are gonna most likely see JVM and JRE and JDK. So what are they? Java Virtual Machine, JVM, it's load, validate, and execute Java bytecodes. So it's called a Java interpreter or core because it runs the Java code. So to run your entry code, you need the Java Virtual Machine. So also Java is a platform independent language because when you write your code, your Java code, it is ultimately written for Java virtual machine. So not your physical machine or computer. So let's talk about it, JRE, Java Runtime Environment. So there's as you know, we have a package. We call this package as a library. So all Java runtime environment provide the Java virtual machine or provides Java class libraries for the Java virtual machine, and for the other components, it is required to create your application or run your applications. So JDK is it's a software developer kit. So to develop any application or any other things, you need the Java development kit. So all components three, it's great for the Java and works together. After we understand the JVM, JRE, and JDK, so let's starting with a little bit coding and Java variables. I will share my screen if you watch the lesson one. So I told you and I showed you how we are going to set up the IntelliJ. So when you open your IntelliJ, you are going to take you will see tip box in here open. So if you don't want to see the tip box in here, you can just click in here, don't show tips again. But I want to see, sometimes we look at and I can learn new things because they are all the time, they are updated, and we just follow the update we need to look at. So it's just a good habit just to stay close if you don't want to look at. If you want to look at and learn more, you can just next, and you can learn everything and just close it. So we start again, as you see in here, we're left in here for the lesson 1. And this is we talk about the package or public. We are going to talk more in the future in the next videos. So I will just create a new class. I want you guys going to see that and don't learn it. I can delete it and I can just write, but I don't want to go that much easy. So also I don't need this package in here, the directory, I call it. I will just delete. You can keep it, it's not a big deal, but I want you guys just to see that. And right now, I don't have anything here. You are just going to Java, new, and Java class. So as I told you, my previous videos, so class always starting with the upper case. So what I'm going to write, you can do, I will just say lesson lesson 2. And I create my, as you see in here, we are not seeing anymore the package because right now it is in the Java directory, under the Java directory. So you don't need to create again, right? You don't need in here a package to call this class. And to execute our codes, what we're supposed to do, we create in here main methods, right? So the basic for the main, we just click the M and push the M and just enter and see what created. Yes, let's starting to talk about it, the variables. So variables is the location in memory to hold your data, right? So for the variables, for the create a variables, we need to first define them, right? And then or identify them. So for the identification, first we need to write their type. What kind of type we are going to use, right? So the type of the, I can say, okay, integer. And we are going to talk about it all variables, all types, and the next. Int means the integer. So my variables right now, the type going to be variable. So what I'm going to write in here, I will say, okay, age, right? And as you see in here, I'm not starting with the capital letter because the good habit to write it, it is the this format. So we are going to talk about it more. So then I'm going to assign the age as the integer, and it's going to be literal. I will call, and it is value. I will say, for example, it's going to be number, right? So let's say 20, and we close it with the semicolon. That is the what like. If you don't do it, as you see in here, the red, so it is just Intellij going to yell at you. So we need to close like that. So if you want to see that, right, what we are going to do, to output system print out, right? And I will just click S, and it's, you see in here what it says, prints a string to system. I will just go here and I will print here, right? And I will say it is the integer, right? For the integer, I will just say show me the value, print that, and that's it. And what we are going to do, just run and see what we are going to see. Right now, we assigned your value as a 20. See, it is the 20. And I can write in here also. I'm going to show you in the more next. We just starting to value my age or age. Right, and then you go like that. It's going to give you age 20. How we are going to declare our variables. So this is the age. For example, I said my age. I want to see. So my age, when you write like that, as you see, you will see it is the green. It's yield at you, and then give some small warning. It is not very important, but still, it's give you the something is not good, you know. So the good habits and clean code, we have some how can I say, just it shows the better and better understand your variables for the other coder. So you should use the same format. So what we are doing in here, instead of using the my age, this format, we are writing in here the second word, we're using the capital letter, my age. See, let's as you see in here, we just vanish the red line in here. And as you see in here, right now the variable is not defined in here because the age is not anymore the 20, and it's not defined. We didn't assign anything. So my new assignment is here, my age. So, and also, if I write in here my age, still it's going to be red, and it's going to be warning. Why? Because Java is the uppercase sensitive language. So then totally I have to write same. So as you see in here, it's not yellowed, and the warning is run away, go away. So, and the age is right now 20, and I can change to this one, my age. Right? You can write any format. It doesn't matter inside the string. It's the string. My age 20. Yes. So the other things also, you don't have to assign or define your variables in this format. You can change it. You can first identify or declare your variables. After then you can assign. How we can do it? So do like that, okay? And just to say my age, right? It's 20. So also it's going to be work too, this format. And also in this case, you should know it. It is the statical typed language. Java is a statical typed language. This means if you use the line order is very important. So, for example, if I put it my age here, right? Go to the up, as you see, this creating here a red warning. It's because I define I assigned my age, the variables, before giving the declared type. So then it's yelled at me. You couldn't use it like that. So you should do everything in order. And let's go to the how we can change our variables. Yes, of course you can change it, but you cannot change your type, because in the same scope you cannot change because we declare my age is the integer, right? So right now you cannot change it. You cannot make it the string. For example, when I write in here my integer, my age, and if you go there, if you say string, my age, it's going to yield at you, right? And say it is a string, for example, 20 or 25, right? So as you see in here, it is the warning. It's already defined in the scope. Scope main is the interior. For example, you create in here public main, and if you create in here any method or any class, when you see in here curly brackets, so it is the one scope. You can go to the other scope, create the different methods or any others in the future I'm going to tell, but you can change your variables. In here 20, you can make it 25 or 26, and let's run it. It's going to be 26. Why? Because 26 coming after them, because first it is going to be declared assigned 20. After then it's going to assign 26. execute this first value, because why? To save the time, right? It is never use it, because in the same name, it will never use it. So, and also we say case sensitive, the are variables. So it's mean, for example, when you say my age, and when you say in here my age equal 26, and the first decorate step, or you can write directly in here all bigger case, uppercase, capital letter, and let's see what we are going to see. My age is see, it is the, as you see in here, so it is the two different variables. We got it. So it is the different than each other. So it is a case sensitive. So also in variables, Java has their own keywords. For example, int, right? Integer. You cannot write in here int as a variables, okay? Because it is already defined. And there's for example, some people write in here for the variables. They are writing like that, one with the numbers 1H 26 or 25, and at this time also see it is yielded you. You cannot use it like that, right? Because you cannot put it the numbers on the previous before your declaration. It is invalid variables. So also you can write like that, age. So it can be accepted, but it is not a good habit to write like that, or it is not a good also write my age like that. We are using the camel. What does the camel means? We starting with the small case. I mean the lower case. Then we go to the uppercase and H. So this is the camel. It's going like that. It is not a good habit also, right? It's not, it is an invalid declaration. My age, you cannot put a space between the two words. So it's invalid. Java has a 4 type of the variables. So it is the, I can say we are going to talk about the more, just I want to mention in here. So instance variable, class variables, and local variables and parameters. We are going to talk about the Java literals. So what's the Java literals? I'm going to just delete all. I will go over here. Yeah. So this is the type of the data. This is the your variables, and this is your literal. So your literals can be different for each integer, float, or another type of the data types. So let's talk about it a little bit, this literals. So we can say there's a Boolean literals. Boolean is important, we're common using. Actually, all of them is important, but Boolean usually people doesn't understand very well. So Boolean is the give you the true or false. See, when I write in here, Boolean as a number, in the literals as a number, it's not accepted. So it's going to be false or it's going to be true. So if your result going to be false or true, that's it. You have a two section, false or true. For example, when you compare with the 5 and 6, when you say 5 is bigger than 6, it's going to give you false, right? So why we are using Boolean. So integer in here, it is a little bit complicated. The type of the integer. So it is literal. See, when I write in here, the literal false, it doesn't accept it. So what's going to be in here? It's going to be numbers, right? For example, 2. And it can be binary, it can be decimal, it can be octal, and hexadecimal. So what are they? So binary, it's starting with the 0 and B. And 0, 1 numbers. So this is your integer, right? Octal number. So octal number is starting with the 0. So I can say 0 to 25 or 24. See, it's accepted. This is the octal integer. X number. X number is starting with the 0x and like 20, and it's posted down with F. And we other number is the decimal. As you know, the decimal is going to be 24.0. So this is our decimal number. Yes, this is the integer. Yeah, let's look at the floating point or double. So double, I will start with the double. When you write something, the decimal with after the point, so you should use the double, 2.5, for example, 2.5. So for the declaration, you can write in here the dot, right? For example, for the integer, you cannot write in dot inside the decimal, right? It's supposed to be double. And also, you can use the float. I write both of them the different. I mean, same number. We write in here F or capital F. Both of them are acceptable. So because it is black, I didn't use it. See in here H. If I use the anywhere, it's going to be like a white. That's why it's the black, gray. So float and double, it is using for the decimal number, but it is totally different each other's. So double, it is the 60. Their size is different, 64 bytes, and float is the 32 bytes. And also they are using. They have a couple of other differs. Speed is important for you, and the accuracy is not. We're using the float. If the care about the accuracy, this double is good. Let's go to the character. So we write type like that, the chart, and for the I can say letter, and It is the single letter we're using, and we should use the quote, single quotes, and I can say, for example, H, right? So it is the turtle. So we have also string, and as you see in here, I wrote string. I will say letters, and it is the double quotes. So we can write in here anything. So this is the type, but this is a class, string class, and the string is the sequence of the letter. So then you can write more than one letter together. And string is the string class object. We are calling it here. It's the I said it's the class. It is the class object, string class object. Yeah. So then it is writing with the capital letter. I want to just stop in here and thank you very much for watching my videos, and see you next video. Thank you.